Hello, this is Kyle with the Broken Blade, and today I just wanted to go over some various printing options for those of you who are considering creating your own tabletop role playing games. And by no means is this an exhaustive list of all the available options. These are just the printers that I have personally used and my experiences with them. Starting off, we'll go over DriveThruRPG and their print on demand services. So, for those of you who are just getting started, I would very highly recommend DriveThruRPG for a marketplace for selling your games. And I'll kind of go over the various reasons why. One, uh, the very first time you're setting up your digital files, whether you're selling a PDF formatted version of your game or you're going to create physical print on demand copies of your game, you may, unless you're going to find someone who's doing all the format and layout for you, it may be a little intimidating to make sure that all your files are set up appropriately. And my experiences with DriveThruRPG and their customer service have been nothing but positive. Any questions that I had, any mistakes that I had made when I initially was getting started off, DriveThru was able to kind of help me navigate those problems and ensure that I was able to get everything set up appropriately so that my first physical proof could be sent to me and eventually get my game up and being sold. Another advantage to DriveThruRPG, and actually this is just more of an advantage to print on demand in general, is that you don't have to invest a lot of money up front like you would with traditional offset printing, where you're talking about having to print anywhere from 250 to 500 books minimum just to get your book printed, and we're talking about thousands of dollars that you're going to be investing up front. For those of you who are just trying to build your brand and get started, that's probably not feasible. Another advantage that DriveThruRPG has is that they already have a built-in niche audience that consumes and purchases the thing that you're selling, which is tabletop role-playing games. And there is always the possibility that um, selling your game on DriveThruRPG will draw attention to it that it otherwise would not have, just because there are people who are actively looking to purchase RPGs on that website. And one of the things that I have personally noticed is that there is a certain demographic of the tabletop role playing audience. There's a type of consumer that only wants to purchase the digital copies of their role playing games through DriveThruRPG. And that they insist on being able to, if they're going to buy a digital copy of their game, being able to add it to their DriveThruRPG library. Something to consider if you decide to print with DriveThruRPG is that the quality of their printing, in my opinion, is not really great. The even the premium color books that I have received of Streets of Peril, I found that the color pictures look really washed out, and the black and white looks okay. There's a lot of black and white illustrations in Streets of Peril, but the color suffered fairly significantly. And the pages are pretty matte and thin. Some people like and even prefer matte pages. In my opinion, I prefer a thick, glossy page, and as far as I'm aware, that's not an option with DriveThruRPG. One more thing, too, just to keep in mind when you're doing print on demand, is that the binding is going to be perfect bound. So all your pages are just glued directly into the spine of the book. And that's not going to be as durable as a Smith sewn book. So something else to keep in mind. The caveat that I'll offer for DriveThru is that I don't know that I've actually had a DriveThruRPG book where the pages have fallen out. But I can say that I have had other RPG books that I purchased from big brand name publishers where they have not lasted and they have fallen apart rather quickly. So anecdotal evidence, but I will just say that so far my experiences with drive-through are that the books have been fairly durable, at least with the premium color hardcovers. Something else to think about and keep in mind if you decide to go through drive-through RPG is that drive-through RPG is going to take a cut of your sales, which is fair because, I mean, they're going to handle all the distribution for you, which is very convenient. You don't have to worry about physically packing up books and sending them out. But they're going to take anywhere from 30 to 35% of your profit. And not only that, but just print-on-demand books in general are going to be more expensive per unit than if you were to do traditional offset printing. So not only is the price of the book going to cut into your potential sales unless you decide to raise the price, but then drive-through is also going to take a cut. Another printing service which does print on demand is Lulu. Lulu, their premium color is much better than the premium color that you get from drive-through RPG or Ingram Spark. The pages feel very thick and glossy. The color is vibrant. It looks good. The overall, just the print quality for premium color through Lulu is very nice. The downside to Lulu is the price per unit is very expensive. And I don't recall exactly how much it costs to print a proof of my book. But if I recall correctly, it was over $40. I think it was close to $44 per book. And I charge $40 a book for my premium hardcover versions of Streets of Peril. And so the only way that printing through Lulu would be viable for me is if I were to raise the price. And I'm not interested in doing that. So Lulu is just it's really not an option for me. And I can't imagine at that price that it's going to be a good option for most people who want to create an affordable product that still looks really good. Lulu does offer a global distribution service. I've never used that, so I don't have any experience with that to sort of offer feedback on. However, one of the services that I did use while printing with Lulu was using the Shopify web store because Shopify and Lulu have an option where they communicate with one another where you can set up a web store through Shopify and then Shopify communicates with Lulu when they receive orders and Lulu will then print and fulfill from there. I have nothing but negative things to say about that. Again, it's anecdotal. Maybe other people have had better experiences. But when I received orders through Shopify, either Lulu didn't receive them in a timely manner or they just did not print the books in a timely manner. And then when I would receive complaints from customers asking where their books were, I would not receive any tracking numbers unless I requested tracking numbers. And I couldn't communicate directly with the printer. I had to go through Shopify, which was really, really inconvenient. So, I would not recommend going that route. Otherwise, the quality of the print from Lulu is very good. The final printing option that I wanted to review was offset printing through Print Ninja. And I was really intimidated about going through the process of doing offset printing because the amount of money that I would need to invest in order to print all of the books that I did print through Print Ninja was pretty significant. One of the ways in which I mitigated that risk was by doing crowdfunding through Kickstarter to print the books that I did through Print Ninja. And I can say now that it was well worth it. Amazing service. Really, the customer service with Print Ninja is fantastic. From start to finish, everything, nothing but good things to say. The print quality of Print Ninja is fantastic as well. These are really thick pages, glossy. The color is amazing. It's very deep and vibrant. Uh, just looks amazing. The other huge advantage with doing the offset printing was that I was able to do the Smithsonian binding. So these books should be much more durable than the books I've printed in the past that were perfect bound. And then another thing that's really cool I was able to do was add the integrated bookmark. So the whole product all together, it just feels it feels very professional. It feels great in the hand, and for me, creating tabletop role playing games, the physical copy of the book to me is like a piece of art, and I I don't want to offer a substandard, just ugly tool that you use to run your game. For me, if you buy a physical copy of my game, I want you to feel like it's something that you cherish, that you just enjoy flipping through to appreciate the art and the craftsmanship of the product. And that was what I was able to achieve through Print Ninja. So um, in that regard, that was fantastic. But again, one of the negatives of offset printing is that it cost me a lot of money to buy all these books. And you're going to have to figure out how all of these books are going to be distributed. So you can use a third party to distribute the books for you, wherein the books are shipped to a fulfillment center and then they make sure that all of your orders are fulfilled. But that is going to cut into your profit margin. It's going to cost you money. You can try and package and ship out all the books yourself, which I did for my last Kickstarter campaign. And I will say that that wasn't too difficult. It did take me several days of just grinding out packaging books and printing shipping labels. But I only had maybe about 160 physical copies of the book that I had to ship. If you are shipping out significantly more books than that, it probably would be just way more convenient to use a shipping center to take care of that for you. And then once you have shipped out all of the books that were part of your orders for your crowdfunding campaign, assuming that's the route you took, you then need to figure out, okay, well, now you have inventory, you have all of these extra books in stock. How are you going to sell those? Because one of the convenient things about Drive-Thru RPG is, again, they're going to handle all the distribution for you. Customers go to their website, they purchase the books there, and there's really no work on your part. But for me, I had to create a web store on my website. I have to make sure that I'm tracking it regularly, that when orders come in, that I'm able to have a way that the website can process the payment, and then I need to be able to package those books up quickly once I receive the orders and send them out. So if that's something that you don't want to do, if it's going to be too much effort or you just don't have the time to stay on top of orders, again, maybe it is just easier to do print on demand and use a site like Drive-Thru RPG. And that pretty much wraps up this video. I hope this was useful. I really appreciate you guys supporting us and purchasing copies of Streets Apparel. We're doing really well so far. I've got some new content prepared, but there's a new baby in the house, so I've been a little preoccupied taking care of my new son. But once I have some more free time, I intend to produce some more content. I've got a new supplement for Streets Apparel. It's almost done. I'm really excited to reveal some more details about that. And I'm working on another RPG, a new RPG, kind of a beer and pretzels fun RPG, and I'm really excited to talk about that as well. So I will talk to you guys again soon. Thanks. See you later.